filter over it so in case copyright, but I also just muted it because I'm scared and shy.
There's deltarune happening this month. I'm very excited. Deltarune's kind of one of those things where it's like everyone loves it, including a lot of people that you hate. That isn't gonna be fun because I'll be like, oh my god, this is the best shit ever, and then username Hitler Kirk 71 is gonna be like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. I don't know why there's a lot of right-wingers that like deltarune, considering there's a lot of lesbianism and Chris is a they them. It's a bit weird. I think you just need to learn to accept it how it is. Wow, I look so beautiful today. Anyway, I hate my fucking mom. I want to feel like Toriel Deltarune today because her motherly nature is something that I wish I had in my life when I don't. So my mom, whenever I bring up her being like a little abusive, she'll kind of just be like, you don't care about this stuff. All I know is my cheerful daughter. And the thing is, I'm cheerful now. She just doesn't want to see me as that because I'm someone that disagrees with her. She just thinks that I'm unhappy because I want to lead my own life. And her only reference of me is when I was like literally a 3-year-old child. She references me as a 3-year-old child as like an actual point. Like, oh, you were so happy when you were a child. That is integral to who I am. Integral to who I am. I am quite cheerful, I would say. But I've been trying to manifest me and her getting along. Me and her having a nice relationship. But today, I was telling her that I was hungry, but she said that I already ate a croissant. And to that, I was just like, why would a croissant fill me up? And she was like, I saw you ate the croissant. And I was like, you're saying this croissant is a meal. And then I was just like, I got so pissed off. Just her reasoning, her controlling what I'm eating. Because she was, and I'm not used to controlling that lately. She is really just like, okay, I'm 22 years old, mind you. She's like, I'm gonna lock the fridge. I'm gonna make sure you don't eat. You know, I'll never buy you food again. Stuff like that. And you know, I've had a really bad past with my eating, and it was because of her, because of these kind of things, when she had more control over me, right? And I was thinking about how much I meet her halfway, how much I try to see her in a better light, realize that she's just a person. How much fucking work I do, how I'm trying to fucking manifest a good relationship with her, just to be paid with dust. Oh my god. I don't fucking like her. I fucking hate her. I hate my mom. I really do. And I'm just like looking back to all the stories I've written, all of my characters, and how they have evil fucking mothers. And I'm like, I realize I got that from somewhere because I keep gaslighting myself into thinking that it actually isn't that serious when it is. Like, I remember literally after that, I was telling her, I was like, can you just like let me eat what I want? Honestly, like, I'm an adult now. And she was like, oh, so you're saying I'm a bad mom. Everything's my fault. Allah knows. God knows. I just realized it's unfair. And when she was bringing up all I know is like the cheerful child that you once were, it really brought me back. It really brought me back to being in high school and having, like, just trying to get help for my horrible, debilitating mental illness, and her just saying that over and over, like, that's not who you are. Because right now, I would say I'm quite happy. I feel like I'm a happy person. She still can't see this once I bring up one thing. Once I tear up because she's controlling. She's trying to control every aspect of my life. When I try to hang out with my friends, when I try to stay out late, she'll send me these messages. It's just control. It's weird control. Like, she wants me to be something that I refuse to be, because obviously it's a fucked up way of living. It's a fucked up way of living. You know? And I was really trying to like rebrand. I was really trying to be and I love my mom kind of daughter. I thought it was chic. I think it's more chic than I want to leave my family behind kind of person. But, and I also know it's integral to manifesting to ignore what's happening and just stay to your truth. But in order for that to happen, I have to really want a good relationship with my mother. And because like after today, I was thinking like do I want that? I don't think I do. I think I'm more comfortable in leaving everything behind. With that being said, it's like it is actually heartbreaking to realize that you're never just gonna have that relationship with your mom without changing yourself completely or molding yourself to like what she wants. But even then, I don't think she'll ever be satisfied. And you know, my sister that got married wasn't able to just like do what she wanted for her marriage, and that's kind of the sacrifice she made in marrying someone that my mom approved of, because it's like now everything has to be in her mold. That is just not the life I want to live. But it's also not the life I'm not destined to live, obviously. And it's like, because I'm living the life that I want to, I have to either work really fucking hard to like get us on good terms, on the right terms, or I can leave it behind. I was like crying over I was crying over this earlier. I really wanted this video to be more gritty and more emotional, because that's really how I feel on the inside. But I think it's beautiful that it's not, because I'm just kind of sad. It's really clear to me. And I'm gay, so I'll never have that relationship. It's heartbreaking, yes. Can you see the mirror? Because if you guys saw the mirror, you guys could see that I'm not wearing pants. I went to Lesbian Beach the other day. I had a lot of nipples in my mouth. It was great. I felt free. It felt like a dream. Everything has been feeling like a dream lately, because I feel like everything that's been happening feels really close to my purpose, which is to live life freely. But I think, I don't know, like it feels silly. It was over food. Me and my mom have had much more serious fights, but I feel like it was the nail in the coffin. I feel like now I'm just like, okay, I know. It's Jover. So when I leave, I think what's so painful is that she just won't know that she's fucked up. So it's not even like, you know you're fucked up, and then you know why your daughter stops talking to you. Like, she has no idea. She really thinks it's just like me picking at her for no reason. But I don't want to explain it anymore, because it doesn't go anywhere. It is really like, I am like the #1 believer that everyone is a person and you can just like negotiate with anyone, until I realized my mother is just like impossible. Genuinely, that's how I got pretty decent grades in high school, and it's because I realized that my teachers are people, and that you can just talk their ear off until they understand you. I've done that with so many of the adults in my life, and it sucks like that you meet parents that are just like not negotiable. They just won't see you eye to eye. They don't see you as like another adult or another person. And don't comment on the big ears hanging off my head, okay? I'm still an adult. But on the topic of fucking hating my mom, nothing feels real. Yeah, on the topic of nothing is real, I fucking hate my mom. No. I watched Backrooms. Before I watched Backrooms, I was sitting on a bench and I was tripping. And I was like, I haven't consumed anything. And then it was just like, ever since then, and then watching Backrooms, and then seeing edits about the Backrooms, I feel like I'm in the Backrooms in my head. And nothing feels real. Everything feels profound. I think even this very regular argument I had with my mom, it feels profound because it feels like I know who I am and I know it's not this. And it's like, you always know. But sometimes you just keep being reminded, you know? Also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with aespa, with K-pop. But Giselle, she went on this live and she was being really real. And she was talking about, you know, speaking positive things to yourself. You know, manifesting. She was talking about, she was being very, very truthful in who she really was and how it's not really the idol persona that she's been putting on. And even that feels profound. I was just looking at that and I've been thinking about it, and I want to like make an art piece of like the Christmas scene from Backrooms, and then Giselle's live, and then there's a black guy in my head who I think about sometimes, who I don't think about sometimes, but who I thought about the other day, and he would just keep stealing my thoughts. I can really see things vividly in my head. And I think I saw the best description I saw recently of what I kind of see in my head all the time is Ivy Wilk describing why she needs to watch stuff while she masturbates. And because if she uses her own eds, she sees like, I forgot who, but like a celebrity's head like just spinning in the corner, stuff like that. Just that shit starts happening. It's like that. I feel like that kind of like, oh, my brain just like will just generate anything, happens really frequently, and happens while my eyes are open, and happens while I'm just like, yeah, it feels a little psychotic sometimes because it feels like I'm almost kind of seeing it. Am I schizophrenic? Maybe. But, I just really know who I am. I really do. And I really think it's someone that is a little arrogant. And someone that is spoiled a little bit. But, you know, my friends know that I am also kind and funny and cool and pretty. Which also may come off as arrogant. But, I always know who I am, you know? And I have for like years now, maybe since 2023, which isn't the longest time, but I think that's when I realized, like, you know? And now I'm just gonna stop hanging out with people that I don't want to hang out with. I'm only gonna hang out with people that I want to hang out with. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna move out of Toronto. I'm so over it. And I'm never gonna talk to my mom again.